And my heroes here, welcome back to another video. Today we are sponsored by Ash Echoes, a real-time grid-based game that also features tower defense mechanics in there. This game is beautiful. The aesthetics look very clean. There's auto mechanics in there, incorporating also manual gameplay, which I'll show you guys in a little bit. I just wanted to show you guys right now how battle looks to get the video started. We're going to do some gacha summons. We're going to see on how everything works within the game, and I'll introduce the game to you guys because I do feel that you'll love it. If you do want to download the game, there's going to be a download link in the description and comments of today's video. So as you can see right now, I'm doing a auto fight. If I click on the top button right there, the auto fight goes on. All my characters will be introducing their skills, unique skills with animations in there, which we can eventually turn them off through the settings, but it's nice to have a look at them every now and then. And you can also pause the auto mechanics if you don't want to do that, if you want to do manual fights. Here is how you handle all the skills of your heroes. You can reposition your heroes anywhere on the grid as well, just to change on how the strategy looks, your tactics within using specific heroes. Some of them are melee units, some of them are basically like protectors of your whole team. Others are buffers, others are supports. There are multiple different things to consider going into the strategy of the game, because it's not as simple as just placing all your heroes in there and winning. You have to reconsider throughout the fight where your placement is for your heroes, which skills to use, and of course how you develop your heroes and combination of your heroes as well here to get the victory going. So once I put my heroes in specific positions, I can use their skills. Let's say the AoE attack here, this will hit multiple different characters at the same time, so I do need to be careful where I'll be using my attacks, because those will affect the most amount of enemies in order to get the win going as quickly as possible. If I put it on auto mode, by the way, all my characters will still be using their skills, but I can also manually use their skills throughout the fight. So it's almost like, okay, you can use auto, but also you can handle the fight on your own if you want to make things going quicker. So let's skip through the story. I don't really look at stories within playing these sorts of games. If it's something that really draws me into it, I might do it, but these types of games usually don't draw me into it. You guys might feel different on that. Let me just show you right now a little bit of the heroes. They're called Echomancers. These are the ones that I've unlocked so far. I haven't done many gacha summons. I wanted to do this a little bit later for you guys, so we can both share the excitement of seeing the summons. As you can see, I've got some 5 stars, there's some 4 stars already in my collection of heroes that I have so far. So let's have a look at Yuki. He is a bulwark lightning element. So these elements also change the way that the battle works. The battle mechanics work way differently, because there's elements that affect how the ground is on the battlefield. So if the ground has water and you have ice, you can potentially turn that water into ice. If there's fire, there's different things affecting both the enemies and yourself. So there's lots of things to consider that makes this like a fun way to look at the tactics and the strategy behind the battle. So Yuki is a bulwark lightning. If I'll show you guys, Su Xiao here, she's a support that does a very strong heal to the whole team. So that's why you want to have at least one support in there, one tank. You want to have your damage dealers, which I do have. Di Yan, she's a skirmisher physical, so she stays in the back and does AoE damage, and you can have a look at all of their skills and slowly develop them as you go on. There's Seeds, which this is basically the way to make your hero stronger once you get duplicates of them. And there's the leader record, archives, which gives you a little bit of extra bonuses as you play the game, as well as this part called fitness training, where you make your each individual hero stronger. Once you unlock fitness training, that is on level 11 of the account, you're able to unlock it and slowly train your heroes to make them stronger, each one of the areas that you want to make them stronger in. Having a look at gacha summon, that's of course something that you want to consider, because it's a lot of fun. Let's click on Spirit Dive, and that is where you get the multiple options here of doing your summons. I do have lots of summons because they provided me with a test account for you guys to showcase. So let's get started with the resonance summons. You'll see here the different heroes that are available. You can trial them out and see how they work before you go summoning for them if you want to experience them differently. There's also, more details if you want to learn about each individual hero. So let's do the summons. We'll do the resonance here. You can do it manually, where you just load this up. It makes it feels even more special And the summoning screen looks like this, where you see multiple different summons right there. And I've got 2 golden summons there. Let's just get this going. You'll see the different heroes, different echomancers I just summoned. There's Gaia right there. Let me just see the yellow ones. I got Sambilka, okay, High Priestess, so she's probably looking like a support. And then I got, who's this guy? And my hero didn't say, so let's just skip on the rest, because I'm not really interested in the rest. I want to see the yellow summons. Imaha there. And my heroes skip everything. And these are the summons that you do. I got some dupes there. I got this guy 2 times, so that's gonna unlock further the seed for each one of the heroes, and that will allow me to make them stronger and stronger. So these are the summons. There's a mercy system in them as well, so if you want to consider that, the mercy system will help your account and get you your, you know, the characters that you're looking for quicker. So look at that. Okay, that is that like a legendary? I think so. That is like an SSR unit, maybe new Echomancer obtained. There we go. Nice to meet you, Director Hassel here. I'm sure you've heard all about my notorious deeds. So yes, he's a 6-star, and these are 5 stars, and I usually unlock the 4 stars right there. So it's the first time I got a 6-star. Did not expect this. Multiple different 4 stars here, as you can see. Ooh, many summons there. And that is basically the gacha system. And another thing you can summon with is memory traces, which can affect the different powers within your characters. You can affect their vitality, defense, attack, and so on. Based on this, you want to be doing some summons for memory traces and echomancers as well. I'll show you guys how these work. It's very similar to how normal summons work. So let's have a look at memory tracing. The summoning screen is the same basically, but for this one, I won't get any of the SSRs, I don't think. It looks like we only got 2 yellows right there. So there's 1 memory trace and my hero of the yellows, and then the remaining are just normal ones. So as you can see, these are like different alleys. I got the rare quality, the Rs, there's the SRs and the SSRs. So all of these different memory traces also affect how strong you are within the battle, because you assign them to your team at the same time before you go into battle. There it is, all the summons that I've done with basically 2 SRs going through, and then in 31 more summons I get a guaranteed SSR. So there's the mercy system shown with a counter as well. The Yan here is one of the main characters you have. Once you start your account, you make your account, she is basically provided for free. I got additional seeds for her through the summons I've just done on this account, and these seed evolutions basically make her stronger, boosting her own damage significantly as you get multiple copies of her. So you see, I'm already almost at the level 5 seed, which basically makes my Gunslinger showcase much stronger. So that's one of my skills, the seed skills that I have. There's an auto skill that she can do, okay, and it just makes her stronger to get those seeds going. This is one of the main heroes you'll be using depending on how many summons you'll be doing. And for her, she's a skirmisher with physical damage, okay, having that in mind. She's physical damage, she's got her guns going on the background. We also have different other attackers which I want to show you. So this guy right here that I just got, brand new, he's a vanguard but also physical, okay. Vanguards are more like tanks that assist in the battleground, not so much like my bulwark here. So there's bulwarks and there's vanguards, there's skirmishers, there's supports. There's a lot of things to consider when going into the battles. It's not just a 3-class kind of system. It goes on a little bit deeper than that, with elements as well that do affect how the battles work. So like Yuki here is lightning element. If we have a look at our support here, she's physical. We have a look at her, she is fire. Huo Ran, she's a striker, so basically strictly DPS, not like a skirmisher is. And all of this details, by the way, is found in the FAQ section within the game. So it might sound confusing a lot, but this is all explained much further in the FAQ section. If you want to deep dive into that immediately once you download the game and you want to learn more without going in blindly to everything that there is within the game. So each of these heroes affect the battle differently, and at the start you won't really know on how to pair those heroes together. And the good thing about this is once you go into battle, and let's say you do the story mode that I'm doing right now, you want to go into battle, it's not a requirement to know where to put each character, okay. Let me show you what I'm talking about right now. It's, let's say you want to make your hero stronger through ascension. You want to farm these materials. Let's go to the composure here. Let's do R4. I think it's gonna be fine. Let's do R4. So here you basically press the button on the top right called quick setup, and this basically tells you, right, I'm gonna set up the team for you. You don't have to do it manually. That is very good for the start. When you first start out the game, you just put your heroes there randomly and you just play the game. Once you get the hang of the game and how everything works, that's when you'll be manually creating your teams, and you can save them here on top and change the different setups that you want to be using. You can use a different director there, which I'm gonna use. There we go. I'm gonna use the director, not her. And then each of your heroes here can also be boosted. If you see that up arrow, you can change it and use a different trace, which I've just summoned and shown you guys. And these traces affect on how battles are gonna go. You can level those up. Let's level this one to the maximum. I did farm a little bit of these units, so I can actually level them to the maximum and give me additional stats before I go into battle. So let's go back, save this, and then just start the battle. So before you start the battle, each one of your characters will have to be assigned a position. You can just let them be as they are, but before you start the battle, you can just give them initial positions, like I'm gonna do now. Initial positions there. It's my other gunslinger there. Let's just start the battle. So this one's gonna be auto, which I'm totally fine with. You'll see the animations happening right there, but it's totally fine by me to see these animations because it's only one time each battle. You won't see them repeatedly. And my heroes will start using the special skills, which have their own small cooldown before you see them. And after that, they just do their normal auto attacks. So here I can do the combo if I want to, and that is basically not interrupting the autoplay, but as you are playing, you can actually use their skills much quicker and use, let's say, your E button and then your enter button on your keyboard. I'm not sure how it is on the phone, but you'll be able to see it if you play it on their phone as well. The different keystrokes that you'll have to follow in order to do this fight. So the fight is just going to go like this. It's going to be auto mode if I just left it, and if my heroes are strong enough, we'll win. The thing is, you got to protect this node here in the middle. That is basically your base, and that is, if that is destroyed, you lose the fight. So that is where the tower defense aspect comes into play, where you have to defend your node right there. And there is also skills that the node does specifically. So I'm going to do that right there using here AoE damage. Let's do additional AoE damage right there, and hopefully that should be enough. I don't think I'll have any problems with this fight. Yeah, there it is. And we got our farming materials, my azurite fragments. That's what I was looking for. And then you can do quick battles if you just want to farm more of these. Quick battles just give you all of the materials quickly, just like that. You don't have to do the fights over and over and just watch your heroes do the fights again and again as before. The beautiful thing about this game is the Nexus mode, which I wanted to show you guys right here. I did progress a little bit on the Nexus mode as I was playing it last night. I just wanted to show you how this looks. This is basically a different mode of fights. With each selection that you do is more like a roguelike experience, where you have decisions that affect your characters for this run specifically. So this gives you different skills to use within the battles. It makes your hero stronger within these battles, and it's not a permanent change to how your heroes are. So here I'm just making my hero stronger. There's some decisions that I have to do, but generally I should be okay. So there's a story right here. I'm just gonna skip this because I want to see the battle. So currently, let's say I have my illumination. I'll gain a little bit because of this. Now I can choose, all right, do I choose to get more attack, more defense, and based on that, that's going to affect my heroes that I have going on. So this one's going to affect my SSR heroes in there, the skill points. It's going good. Now I have a decision, all right, do I boost the skill points or do I boost illumination? I think I'm going to boost illumination again, get that to the maximum going. And then these decisions will affect my gameplay in a little bit, in just a little bit, because I don't care about the story. And skill, just give me that. So many decisions going on here, and eventually you'll find like even a battle to fight. These are just a little bit of boost between the battles that I'm showing you. Let's upgrade again, stat increase. Let's do the story. Let's skip that, and then boom, going in further and further. I wonder when we're gonna have a fight. Never had this much of a there it is. I never had this much of a just small interactions without an actual fight coming through. Oh, it's gonna get this skill for my tacticians. All right, let's obtain it. There it is. There's a battle right here. I could do quick setup here. Does it change much? Not really. I think my setup is fine right now. Let's click start battle, and that's when you'll start interacting with the battles again and seeing. So you see here the elements on the ground. So this is where the water and ice element heroes will get an advantage, because this will affect on how their playstyle just gets boosted because of just hitting this water right there. So gotta defend the terminal and just kill these enemies, hopefully without any issues. So as you see, when there's water also, and you have like an electrical unit as well, that affects the battle. So all of these elements that you see on the ground affect on how your fights are gonna go. It makes it very interesting, very tactical, and as you play and get more into the mid game and end game, that is when decisions really matter. Because right now, when you first start out these games, things are relatively way easier. Okay, there's not much thinking going on. The strategies are not really there, but it's fair. You're just getting to know everything, getting to know your heroes, getting to know a little bit of each of the strategies that you have to follow bit by bit. And once you get the hang of it, that's when the real strategies come through to optimize your teams, to beat the hard content, to make the hero stronger, to make yourself you know, enjoy the game further and further. So getting through the AoEs. I've got one more AoE there I could use. Let's just do that. All right, this big guy there just went straight for my node there, but we're protected. The gunslinger showcase, look at that, beautiful. And this is how the fights go. The Nexus gives you all of this decision making as you progress through to make your hero stronger, and it does give you some permanent rewards for your account. It's not just a, you know, rewardless experience. You fight this and you're able to get some proper rewards, but the upgrades that you do within the Nexus, those do not affect your account outside of the Nexus. So it's different decision making as you push through that affects each battle, and as you progress, this gets, of course, you know, harder and harder to beat. So you'll have to have that in mind. You can exit the Nexus and save and exit, as you see there, to continue on at a later time. And a big thank you to today's sponsor, Ash Echoes, for sponsoring today's video. Guys, check out the game. There will be a download link below in the description and comments of the video.